Hello everyone, welcome to Neffy Cat. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're really glad that you can be here. Today I want to talk about something that is really important in the financial education sector and in helping your life in even more than just this one area. And that is to learn how to pay attention to the way that you think and to learn how to deliberately steer the way that you think. A lot of us are taught attitudes, mindsets about things like money that we may even be unconscious of, and they can really hurt us. They can keep us from making the choices that we need to make so that we can have a different financial future and a different life. You guys remember a certain old show where a master tries to tell his student, "You must unlearn what you have learned." Sometimes that can be very true about the mindsets that we have, especially when it comes to money. Yes. One of the early things that I remember learning about money is to look at that as a seed instead of the harvest in your life. I know a lot of times when we've earned some money, we think of that as something that we can just go spend. We'll even go out and celebrate sometimes by spending it. But we aren't thinking about things in the same way when we do that a person with wealth does. Because a person with wealth is going to work on how they can have that money make more money for them. And we talked about this a couple of days ago, but you see that corn and you see how that could just be eaten, or it could be ground into cornmeal or any other number of things. Maybe even turned into tortillas, I suppose. But if you look at that as a seed instead, and you think, where can I put that? What can I do with that that'll bring me more money in return? More corn plants. Then things will work a lot differently in your life, and you will learn how to think differently. There is really a mindset that goes to wealth. There's someone that I know who's a young man who's doing well for his age. And one of the things that I noticed early when I got to know him and his family is that they thought differently about money than I did. He ended up helping me by introducing me to some very good books. And in my case also, I really enjoyed some audiobooks that really introduced a different way of thinking to me. It's not just like some people might think, the heebie-jeebie positive mindset that, a person, positivity or prosperity, I guess there's a better word, that some people have. But there is something very real to the way that you use your mindset in life. Because that mindset affects the choices that you make. And that has everything to do with the future that you experience. Now, one of the important traits that you're going to find about this mindset is that you're the only one, when it comes down to it, you're the only person that can stop yourself in life. We are, unfortunately, with poverty mindset, taught to be victims to what other people say, what other people think, instead of thinking past their limitations. Sometimes we will blame them instead of ourselves and not pay attention to who we're paying attention to and what we're paying attention to in life. That has a very large effect on us. One of the things that you'll see with somebody who really does create wealth, let's say someone who is born into poverty and has created wealth, is their determination. Just like his, yes. For a moment there, he was pretty determined to get this little mousie. Yes. That determination does have to linger, though, and has to become a regular part of your life. You will also notice that as you become determined and you find success through that in one area, such as perhaps weight loss or health, developing eating healthy habits, you'll find that spreads to other areas. And I once again want to stress how important it is to spread it to the financial area of your life. Another thing that really helps someone in changing their mindset and in creating new goals and things like that in your life is having a definite purpose. So for me, I started with the definite purpose, the definite thought and goal of I'm changing the way I think, because I have met other people now who started off with poverty and who ended up with wealth. That's one thing that they will tell you in common, is that they had to change that. They had to change just drifting about in their life, not making and keeping goals, not having determination. There's another very important one, and this one is one I can't stress strong enough, and that is to treat failure differently. You know that something like 90% of all businesses that are new, and especially those that are first starting them, fail. But the difference between somebody who stays in a poverty mindset and somebody who doesn't is that they use their failure to learn and to change their choices, to change their behaviors, to change their path in life, and to be persistent with the things that they're wanting to do. Like if they want to start a new business, they may need to be flexible enough to adjust to the trends of the time, perchance, but they have to be determined. And when they fail, if they fail in one business, instead of stopping and thinking, oh, I'm trapped forever, I can't succeed, they simply try another business. They go for it. And they use the failure to learn. That is something so necessarily important, is you use your mistakes to learn from in life, not to feel guilty over, not to detest or hate yourself over, but instead to learn from and to move over. You did not learn how to walk through feeling sorry for yourself only when you were a little kid. Maybe some of us did a little. Maybe we sat back down when we had first learned how to crawl and went out of sheer frustration. But we didn't let it stop us. We learned from it. That failure served to be our teacher, and we've gotten to where we can walk now. Well, this little guy, kitties have to learn how to hunt. And look at this play. Yes, they a lot of times learn through play, and so do humans. For those of you who really want to work on your mindset, consider doing things starting by playing some games, things like Monopoly, or even certain video games I've liked to play in my past, Ultima Online, because you can get money, get gold and then build real estate on there and all sorts of fun things. Or those of you who like role-playing games, I remember enjoying Morrowind years ago. Some of you can tell how old I am. But remember that even if you do fail, you never give up. Look how he is persistent. Yes, he's going to get that mousey. He's going to see if he can eat this. Yes, he's going to see if he can catch this. And he's determined to. Look at that little paw. Yes. If you all like the content of these videos, please take your paws and don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button. You can also hit the notification bell so that you can get all of Nefertim's videos. Thank you all very much. We really, really appreciate you being here with us today. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.